Hello folks, and welcome to the Black Mesa Speedrun tutorial. In this part I'll cover questionable ethics, and I'll do things a little bit different this time, because usually I cover things map by map and I show all the strats, but this time I'm going to show 3 different routes through questionable ethics. The no clipping route, the sort of older but easier no void route, and the fastest route. Let's start off with the no clipping route. So you spawn after save deleting and you want to go up this ladder. And this ladder is a bit wonky, because you don't have to destroy this grate to exit it. You can just hold forwards, control, and press E, and you go through. And the reason why this is not considered clipping is because it's the source ladder mounting and unmounting mechanic, and it works the same way as the airboat in Half-Life 2. When you enter the airboat, Gordon just instantly teleports inside the airboat, and just the camera sort of snaps to his position. So you get teleported from the ladder up here, and you don't actually clip through anything. And as you can see, the ladder is really wonky, so I can re-grab it from here, but now the grate is in the way, so I can't go through. Anyway, now that you're up here, the fastest way to go past this fence is just to shoot this with the revolver or with the Glock. Either works. The revolver has the advantage of being perfectly precise, but you of course have to aim well. If you want to just wing it, you can use the Glock instead. Now that we're here, just do movement through these hallways, so try to watch what I'm doing, I guess. Nothing much to it. Just go fast as quickly as you can. All of these doors are a bit finicky, so you need to stop in front of them. Cannot slide through them. And now we go into the lobby map. So this, as I said, this is the no clipping route. So when it loads, we'll just go through. I ideally want to make that corner. And now these guys, ignore them, they're gonna boost you. Now we're up to almost 700 units per second. Jump through here. There are 2 more guys here. You want to ignore them as well, because you don't need them. And here you have to destroy these trip mines. And the best way to do this is to go here and walk into this, because all the mines are really far away. Let me kill these guys. Oh, yeah, I was afraid that was gonna happen. I mean, you get the point. Just destroy this. Nothing will happen to you, and these destroy as well. And the reason you need to do this is so that this door opens. And now ignore these guys as well. Let them boost you. And turn right. And go into here. This is the map with the Tau cannon and the puzzle. And we need to go through the puzzle to reach the scientists. Now, I've got quite a bit of health, but I do recommend you save delete on this map, just to refill that health and to get the weapons that we skipped on the previous map. And now, kill the blue squid, kill this blue squid as well, activate this cutscene here with the Tau cannon, and now we can press the buttons. So the first one is here, you can pick up extra shield if you want. Kill these guys. Press the second button. Now the third button is here. Ignore the hound eyes, just go around them. You can ignore the soldiers as well, I guess, but they are a bit more annoying than the hound eyes. And now, there are the 3 buttons, this should be finished, so you go here. You don't really need the glue-on gun, I mean the Tau cannon, but it's nice, you can use it to boost yourself back. And now that all of this is activated, you just have to disable the laser. Don't forget to do this, it would be very awkward. And then press the button, and now you can take your time and kill these guys. Make sure to reload everything as well. It gets destroyed. And just fall down. Don't care about health, you should have plenty. Alright, now these are the scientists. You have to disable this machine. The way you do this, you just slide through. That was a bit slow, let me do that again. So these are the scientists, and the way you disable the surgery machine is you just slide through. Press it, and jump over it. Sometimes there can be a soldier here, so make sure to check for that. And now, these scientists, they can softlock. the choreography of the scene can break and they can softlock. The way to avoid that is by doing this. Let this guy with colored hair walk by and wait for these two, and then sort of stand between them and follow these two guys. These are important, and this guy will never break, but this guy in particular, the old guy, he's the reason this can break. And if you do it like this, then it should never break. Stay near them, and once they're sort of around here, you can let them go and take some health.
Wait! What? What is it? Anyone else think this is a bit too easy? Something's not right.
You can also take ammo here, and you can take a prop and try to teleport him if you want, but it's really hard because he's on a slope, so I just don't bother. Anyway, now let's do the fight quickly. The way you do the fight quickly is you enter, camp here, kill this guy with a shotgun, kill these two with the SMG grenade, and kill this guy, and now the grapple guys will start appearing. So you just destroy them with the SMG, and same with those guys up there, and finally these guys will enter, second SMG, and it's done in about, what, 15 seconds? And now you just wait for the scientists to arrive. You can refill armor, but you don't really need it. On the next map, you can save delete if necessary, but because we have full HP and more importantly we have one SMG grenade and the Tau cannon, we don't have to save delete. So that's almost it for this map. There's the cutscene. I will fast forward the rest of the cutscene and I will get back to you. One thing about this cutscene, don't bother teleporting any of the NPCs, because the guy we're waiting for is this guy, and his dialogue is too long, so there's nothing to teleport. Okay, and now, and the doors are open, here's an important thing. Make sure you don't go all the way to the end of this. Let me show you. If you go all the way to the door, the game soft locks. The reason for this is because the level change trigger is a delayed one. You need to stand on it for 2 seconds, but the trigger is too small. It ends about here. And so you walk through, you activate it, and then you exit it, and the level change doesn't happen. So make sure that you stand in the middle here. And now it worked. Alright, now the final map is just one boost. That was a really shitty boost. It's a really choke map. Want to SMG nade and then go into this, and that was almost good. You're usually gonna bump into stuff, but just sort of save it. It's okay. You don't need to be perfect. And now we're in surface tension. So that's the no clipping route. As you can see, it's quite simple. And now we'll do the no void route. Next up, I'll show you the no void route, specifically the older no void route, which is a bit slower, but should be easier to execute. So we start off the same as the no clipping route. First, just some movement, same as before. And we'll continue until we come across a specific prop, which we will use for clipping. And the prop is right here. Once you come across this vending machine, you go here, and here is a VCR player, I believe. Which is why this route is sometimes called the VCR route. And we will use this prop to prop clip later down the line.
What's that sign say?
Go through the lobby, ignore the soldiers as before. Hope they boost you and hope you don't bump into the wall like I did. Continue through here. Ignore these guys as well, because you don't need their weapons. Go into here. Activate the trip mines. So far, still the same. Here you want to get boosted, if you get lucky. That's pretty nice. But here, we turn left. Go into here. Watch out for the zombie. And now, this is where we'll do the prop clip. And we'll prop clip right here, where this bar is in the fence. And then we'll boost, and we'll get to the other side, and then we'll skip the map with the Tau cannon. So to clip, You want to flip the VCR like this. You can check if some soldiers are following you over there. That can sometimes happen. But otherwise, you just crouch and you go forwards. And you hope this doesn't take too long. The VCR is one of the nicer props, but it's not as consistent as the barrel or the toolbox. But this was pretty fast, which is nice. Now you take a satchel, you throw it behind you, and you detonate. And now you start save loading without holding crouch. That's very important. Do not hold crouch. And do a couple of save loads. You don't need too many, because it's not too far. And I'm on the other side. So now we can pick up the scientists. Deactivate the surgery machine, just as before. And let's check if some soldiers are here. Yes, he is. And the shotgun is going to be useful. And now, this was sort of part 1 of the skip. And you can do a part 2 to skip the lobby fight. So we will need the VCR again. So go pick it up. Might be scattered around here somewhere because of the explosion, but I found it pretty quickly. Make sure all the scientists follow you. Once again, stand between the old man and the woman to minimize softlock chances. Alright, and for this you will need to heal, so make sure you don't forget to do that. Because what we'll do is a triple SMG boost to boost through the skylight windows on top of the what would have been the roof of this building, and from there we will clip into the exit from the top, and that way we don't have to do the fight. So before he opens the door, make sure you do a hard save, just in case. And the way you do this, you go here, you place down the VCR, you kill these guys, because they're the closest and they can do the most damage. Now you pick up the SMG grenades and you wanna look for this seam in the reflection. Now you look left, fire 3 SMG nades, pick up the VCR, go forwards a bit, jump and unpause, and after it detonates, you don't be afraid to airstrafe a bit, but you want to hit through this window. And now you go down here, and this is the exit into the next map, and that's where we want to clip. So you take the VCR, you flip it again. It's a bit, yeah, there's a little raised bit, but it's all textured in no draw, so it's invisible. But now that you flip it, you clip where the exit sign is. So again, let's hope this doesn't take too long. There we go. Now we'll start save loading.
Okay, go!
Once that we're here, again stand in the middle to not softlock, and transport into the final map. And because we're quite low on health and we don't have any boosts, you do want to save delete here. And now do the same as before in the no clipping route. So, ooh, that was almost the perfect one, but I boosted too early, so I hit the ceiling. But yeah, that's pretty much what you want to happen. So that was the VCR route, and next up is the current fastest route, which is the cursed push prop through wall route. Alright, time for the final route through questionable ethics, which is the fastest no void route used in the world record for the IL, and of course in full game as well, because we originally thought this was going to be a segmented only strat, but we actually managed to find a setup which makes it very consistent. So you start off as before, you move through here, but in this room you want to pick up this barrel or tank or whatever, and this tank is very special because we have managed to find a way to push it through a wall consistently, and also because it has messed up physics, so it's very light. And the way you want to grab this is very specific as well. You want to press E on the top and sort of push it against the box here, like this. And you want to grab it from this orientation. It's very important the way you grab it from, because only in this orientation will you be able to consistently push it through the wall, with also some more setup, which I'll explain later. So look at the wheels here. they have to be like this. You, let's say the wheels are like this, it won't work. So you want to grab it like this, and now after you've grabbed it, we'll carry it. So we want to go through this door, this door, this door, this door, and now go into the next map. Alright, so the idea of this route is that we will push this prop through the wall, and then we will clip ourselves, and the prop will land on the skybox outside the map, and from there we will get onto the roof as the previous route, and we will use this prop to clip downwards into the exit as we did with the VCR. So the place where we will push it through the wall is right here, and usually if you go really fast you can ignore the soldiers, but because I will explain a lot of stuff, I will kill them. So basically, you want to be somewhere around here. If you go too left, then the prop will sort of get stuck or reoriented in a really weird way. So be around here. And now the setup for this is you need the show pause numbers that I have in the top left, and there is the angle row. And setup for this is the first number needs to be somewhere between 3.5 and 4.1, and the second number needs to be between 1.28 and 1.41. So in this case I'll look slightly upwards to get about there, and now I'll move slightly left to get about to 128. I moved my mouse a bit. You might want to, if you use really high sensitivity, it might be a good idea to have a bind that lowers your sensitivity for this, just so you can be precise enough. And now that I have it set up, I will just walk forwards, crouched, and I'll hope it works. It should. Right, it made a strange noise, which is usually a sign that it didn't work, so I will adjust more left to the 141. There we go. And it's through the wall. Yeah, the ideal is that the second number is 1.3 something. If you have the edge values of 1.28 or 1.41, they might not work. So that's why I had to adjust. But quite simple as that, I pushed it through. Sometimes you can push it through that the right side of the prop goes first, and so it sort of goes in sideways. In that case, you might have to press E and sort of flick your mouse to push it more into the wall. Maybe press left click to sort of throw it down there. Anyway, now that it's down there, we need to get down there as well. And the way we do that is we go to the previous map. Of course, you want to slide and bunny hop. I forgot to do that. And now you will crouch here, and you will jump into this little nook, and you will walk against the wall while crouched. And what this will do is on the level transition, you will actually be stuck in the floor, like this. So now I can save load, because I'm stuck, and I will continue moving downwards, and this way I will clip all the way to the skybox. There we go. So now you want to grab this, and we want to go towards the roof here. And now we need to get this prop up to the roof. How do we do that? Well, I mentioned that it's really light. So I can throw it and it sort of floats. Of course, that's not good enough to throw it out there, but what we will do is we will shoot it. So the way you set up for this is you want to stand here where the roof is straight, and you want to make sure that you don't hit the roof from below, so stand a bit further away. And a good guide for this is to watch the reflection on the prop. It's called a cube map, and you want the reflection to be like this, where you can see those two brown lines. The reflection is different, then your position is not good, right? This is too much right, but this is good enough. So look all the way up, look straight up. You want to do a quick save, of course, if you fail, and you left click, and now you start holding right click to fire your pistol with the burst fire. And now for the last couple of shots, you transition into left click, and that way you get it up there really easily, I think. I can even reload and do it again just to show you that it's really consistent. Just left click, start holding right click, fire away, and then for the last couple of shots in the magazine, start left click. And if you run out of ammo, it should be up there. And now what you have to do is boost yourself. So you will take the satchels. Don't move. You will take the satchels, crouch, and place them to your left when looking at the roof. Now take the grenades. Again, make a quick save, just so you don't have to reset up the satchel. And what you do is you throw it, place it on the satchel, select the satchel detonation, you jump, and you press unpause just as soon as you jump. This is in order to maximize your boost. And now as soon as I will resume the game, I will detonate the satchel. And I will try to air strafe onto the roof. And you want to stand as centered on the satchel as possible. So like this, that should be good. There we go. Now I'm up here, and I want to use this to prop clip. And once again, the way the prop is oriented is very important. There are two ways. The first way is actually the way that I randomly managed to flip it while shooting it. So like this, when the wheels on the left are looking downwards. I know Johan grabs the thing from this side when the wheels are on the right, and they are in a different orientation. I don't actually remember that. I like this setup where the wheels are like this. So if you grab it and they're not like that, then what you want to do to flip it is you want to throw it with left click and sort of walk forward into it to rotate it. I will do this a couple of times until it's like I want it to. So if it's in this orientation, what I do is I look 45-degree angle downwards. You can check it in the angle, but you can just sort of wing it about 45-degree angle. And then you walk forwards and then crouch when you hit the wall. And you want to look just at the edge. And yeah, I think this orientation gives pretty fast and consistent prop clips. And now that I've prop clipped, I just have to save low downwards to get to the exit trigger, or the level transition trigger. One more. There we go. Once again, stand in the center to not softlock the game. And now, as you can see, my health is really low, so I definitely have to save delete here. And for the last time, I'll just do the boost here. Oh, switched weapons too early. Seek. Oh yeah, that was pretty clean. I'm really happy with that. Haha, nice. So for the final attempt, you saw it. Pretty nice. And that was questionable ethics. 3 routes through questionable ethics. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and stay tuned for the next part, which will cover surface tension, which is very movement heavy, and there's a lot of cool tricks you can do there. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you for the moment. Bye bye.